Sir, zoom in, please. That's all.
Okay. So I welcome all of you to our coaching call number 16. And in this coaching call, I am going to cover the complete PGMP course in roughly 1 hour. I will try to close in 1 hour. And I have summarized complete PGMP with the keywords on one page. So everybody can see the screen. So just to briefly give you the overview, you just have to remember two things always, as I tell you. Number one, about the program life cycle, that we have three phases, which is program definition, program delivery, and program closure. This should always be in your mind. One thing. Second thing is that we have 5 domains in PGMP, which is program strategy alignment, program benefits management, program stakeholder engagement, program governance, and program lifecycle management, which includes program activities also. Okay. As per the PMI standard, this is chapter number 3, strategic alignment. Chapter number 4 is benefits management. Stakeholder is chapter 5. Governance is chapter 6. Lifecycle management is chapter 7. And program activities is chapter number 8. So what I will do in this coaching call, I will go domain by domain. Okay. And how you have to read this table means this column is not linked with this column. Okay. Only for the program strategy alignment, you have to go down. In this one column, you will get complete chapter of strategy alignment. Okay. Then in the benefits management, you will get the complete chapter in this column. Okay. And these are not linked with the next cycle. So column by column, you have to go. Is it clear? The concept is clear to everyone?
Yes.
And I will not revise the complete sentences because that we have already covered in detail. So I will only cover the keywords. Okay, that is critical for your exam point of view, for your understanding point of view. And if in case you will have any question, just raise your hand. Okay. So I will start with the program strategy alignment. Is it legible to everyone now?
Yeah.
Very good.
Yes, sir.
So in the program strategy alignment, keep in mind that we are getting 3 important documents here. Okay. Number 1 is program business case, program charter, program roadmap, and also program management plan. Okay. This only you have to keep in mind. So for this is program business case. Number 1 keyword, documented economic feasibility. Number 2, establish the validity of benefits. And further, in every step also I have highlighted the keyword further. Okay. So you don't need to remember the whole line, only remember the economic feasibility, validity, justification of the resources, primary justification document for an investment decision. Again, the word is justification. Assess the program's investment against the intended benefits, or also known as cost benefit analysis. Describe success criteria, alternative solutions. It is an input to program charter and program roadmap. The formal declaration of the value that the program is expected to deliver. It has high level risks, key assumptions and constraints. Strategy alignment is initiated with business case. Serves as a formal declaration of the program benefits, the expected delivery, and the justification for the resources that will be expended to deliver it. It establishes the authority, intent, philosophy of the business need and program sponsorship, provides direction for structure, guiding principles, and organization for the program. So these 15 are the key words for the business case that you have to just keep in mind. So I'm sure that out of this, you will not get any question which have answer is business case and the keyword is not there. Okay. Number 2 is program charter. What are the keywords in this? Number 1, authorizes program management team, assigns and authorizes a program manager, define program scope, defines the purpose of a proposed program. It has key stakeholders, timing, success factors, high-level benefits, goals and objectives, high-level risks, assumptions and constraints, link the program to organizational strategic objectives. It is derived from a business case because we study business cases first. Enable program strategy alignment, used to measure program success, include metrics for success, a method for measurement, and clear definition of success. So these are the keywords of program charter. And just I want to say that high level risk, assumptions and constraints are in program charter as well as in program business case. So in the exam, if in case you will get this question, he will give you one more thing also with this. He cannot ask this question that in which document there are high level risk, assumptions and constraints defined, something like that. Okay. So just keep in mind. So I have written all the words that is covered anywhere. So if in case you get these words, you will get some another keyword also with this. Okay. So this covers our business case and program charter. Then I have program roadmap, which is the third important document is in this domain. What are the keywords in this? Number one, chronological representation of a program's intended direction. Number two, graphically depicting dependencies between major milestones and decision points. Reflects linkage between business strategy and the program work. It outlines major program events, reflects the pace at which benefits are realized, serves as a basis for transition and integration of new capabilities, assess the program's progress towards achieving its expected benefits, show how benefits are delivered within major stages or milestones. Whenever you get the word of milestones, pace, progress is technically or logically the same thing. Include component details, their durations and contributions to the benefits. Depict how benefits are delivered through incremental releases or series of models. Effective way to communicate overarching plan and benefits to the stakeholders. Provides a visual of when return on investment may help fund the future program benefits and outcomes. So these are the keywords of the program roadmap. This is also from the 13, defines the structure of the program components by identifying the relationship among the components and the rules that govern their inclusion, and describes evolving aspects of the program including incremental benefits delivery. So whenever he talks to you about incremental delivery, it means he's talking about the roadmap because he's talking about the milestones. Okay. Then we have environmental assessment. Enterprise environmental factors refer to the conditions not under the immediate control of the team that influence, constrain, or direct the programs. EF are business environment, market, funding, resources, industry, HSE, economy, cultural diversity, geographic diversity, regulatory, legislative, growth, supply base, technology, political influence, audit, new business processes, standards and practices, discoveries and inventions. These are all EF. And how we do the environmental analysis? We can use comparative advantage analysis, feasibility studies, SWOT analysis, assumption analysis, and historical information analysis. These are the 5 tools that we can use to do environmental analysis. Then we have program risk management strategy. What is risk management for strategy alignment and what is program risk thresholds? It is a measure of the degree of acceptable variation around a program objective. This is the definition of risk threshold. Based on the risk appetite of the organization, program governance working in collaboration with the corporate governance and the program management team may also be responsible for ensuring that program risk thresholds are established and observed in the program. So it means that risk appetite is the defining factor for setting the risk thresholds. Initial program risk assessment. Once it is performed, a risk response strategy is developed to complete the program risk management strategy. So in the ECO also you will get the initial program risk assessment. And then we have program risk response strategies, how we are going to different strategies from the risk management. In summary, for this domain,
So you're
program.
not audible. Guys, for you?
Yeah, not audible. Yeah, something went wrong.
From when? Program risk management strategy.
Yeah, it's
Huh,
okay. Okay, yeah.
from point before.
Okay. So after doing the, now is okay.
Yes.
Okay. So after doing the risk assessment, we define the program risk response strategy. In summary, for this domain, which is program strategy alignment, therefore is a program performance. Hello? Hello?
Yes. Yeah.
Now you are back.
I think there is a network problem since yesterday here. Okay. Can you see my screen again?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes.
So program strategy alignment is a program performance domain that is initiated during the program definition phase with the development of business case, program charter, and program roadmap, supported with inputs from environmental assessments and program risk management strategy. This upstream effort results in the development of program management plan that is aligned with the organizational goals and objectives. Is this domain clear with the keywords? Any question?
No, sir.
Manmohan, is it okay because you missed that last? You missed the first call and you said to summarize it in.
Yeah, no, that's perfectly fine, sir. Thank you.
Okay. Next domain, program benefits management. A benefit is the gains and assets realized by the organization and other stakeholders as the result of outcomes delivered by the program. This is definition of benefit. Customers and beneficiaries may be operational or functional areas. Customers following program closure, benefits may continue to be realized. Benefit analysis and planning activities along with the benefits delivery activities may be performed in an iterative fashion. Each program benefit needs to be assigned a risk probability. Benefits identification, it includes defining the objectives and critical success factors for the program and identifying and quantifying business needs. Then output of this is the benefit register. In benefits register,
Can you repeat that? Benefits identification.
So you're not audible in between, like on and off.
benefit
Just
benefits identification. Hello, now is okay.
Yes, now okay.
yes.
Okay, so I will repeat. Benefits identification, it includes the objectives. It includes defining the objectives and critical success factors for the program and identifying and quantifying business benefits. Then we have a program register which has the following things. Number one, collects and lists the planned benefits, measure and communicate delivery of benefits. It is developed based on the business case, reviewed with key stakeholders to develop appropriate performance measures, mapping of planned benefits to program components as reflected in the program roadmap. So one thing you have to remember, whenever there is a word of program components, it is under the program delivery phase. Okay. KPIs and thresholds for evaluating their achievement, risk assessment and probability for achieving the benefit, status or progress indicator for each benefit, target dates and milestones for benefits achievement, who is responsible for delivering each benefit, tracking and communications processes necessary to record program progress and report to the stakeholders. This is all included in the benefit register. Benefit, then we have benefit analysis and planning. What it does, establishing the benefits management plan, defining and prioritizing program components and their interdependencies, defining KPIs to monitor the delivery of benefits, establishing performance baseline for program and communicating program performance metrics to the key stakeholders, updating positive and negative risks to benefit as more information becomes known. Then we do quantification of incremental benefits, which includes timing of the delivery of benefits, qualification of intangible benefits, and quantification of resulting benefits. This is, we are doing the quantification. What is a benefits management plan? Is used during the benefits delivery phase to verify that benefits are being realized as planned, while providing feedback to program stakeholders and the program steering committee to facilitate successful program benefit delivery. And these are the components of benefits management plan. Number one, defines the process for creating, maximizing, and sustaining the benefits, formally documents the activities necessary for achieving the program's planned benefits, identifies how and when benefits are expected, baseline document that guides the delivery of benefits, identifies associate activities needed for change driven by the realization of benefits, identifies how and when the transition to an operational state will occur, defines each benefit and associated assumptions, link component outputs to planned program outcomes, defines the metrics, which is KPIs, and procedures to measure the benefits, define roles and responsibilities required to manage the benefits, provides a process for managing the overall benefits management effort, establish the program architecture that maps how the components will deliver the capabilities and outcomes intended to achieve the program benefits. As the benefits management plan is modified to reflect changes in program pacing, the program roadmap is also updated. This we have discussed before also. So whenever is a topic about pacing, program roadmap is also updated. Then we have benefit delivery phase.
And sir, whenever schedule is updated, that time also we update roadmap, no?
Yes, the schedule is coming later on. So whenever you have the change in delivery of milestones, roadmap is updated.
Okay.
Benefit delivery phase ensures the program delivers the expected benefits as defined in the benefits management plan. So first the benefit management plan is there, then you go to the benefit delivery phase. Monitoring organizational environment, program objectives and benefits realization to ensure that the program remains aligned with the organization's strategic objectives, initiating, performing, transitioning and closing components, and managing the interdependencies among them, evaluate opportunities and threats affecting the benefits, evaluating KPIs related to program financials, compliance, quality, safety, and stakeholder satisfaction in order to monitor the delivery of benefits. Recording program progress in the benefits register and reporting to key stakeholders as directed in the program communication management plan. Okay. Benefit analysis, planning, and delivery have a cyclic relationship. Then we have link between benefits and program governance. A key aspect to consider is whether program components and even the program as a whole are still viable. This we have to keep on checking every time through the governance. Okay. The resulting benefits, review required analysis of the planned versus actual benefits across a wide range of factors. Strategic element focuses on ensuring the linkage of enterprise and program plans, on defining, maintaining, and validating the program value proposition, and on aligning program management with enterprise operational management. This is strategic element. This every time we have to look. And value delivery focuses on ensuring that the program delivers the intended benefits. Okay, this is all in program delivery, benefit delivery phase. Then we have benefit transition phase. Ensure program benefits are transitioned to operational areas and can be sustained once they are transferred. Verifying that the integration, transition, and closure of the program and its components meet or exceed the benefit realization criteria. Develop a transition plan to facilitate the ongoing realization of benefits when turned over to the impacted operational area. So the keyword is transition plan. Stakeholders in the receiving organizations are identified and participate in the meeting, in the planning. Receiving organization or function is responsible for all preparation processes and activities within their domain to ensure that the product, service, or capability is received and incorporated into their domain. There may be a multiple transition events as individual program components close. A program may be terminated with no transition to operations. The program may be from one program to the transition may be from one program to another. So everything is possible. He can also ask you that you can terminate the program even there is no transition to the operations. Okay. What are in the benefit transition activities? Number one, evaluation against applicable acceptance criteria, review and evaluation of acceptance criteria, review of operational and program process documentation, review of training and maintenance materials, review of contractual agreements. The keyword is review in the start. Determine if the resulting changes have been integrated, activities related to improving acceptance of resulting changes, transfer of risks affecting benefits transitioned into the receiving organization, readiness, acceptance, and approval by the receiver, and disposition of all related resources. So these are all the transition activities going on. Then we have benefit sustainment phase. So this is important that benefit sustainment is done even after the program is closed. Okay, benefits may be sustained through operations, maintenance, and new components. A benefit sustainment plan should be developed by the program manager and the component project managers during the performance of the program. Actual sustainment work is conducted after the close of the program and is beyond the scope of individual components. Benefit sustainment activities. Planning for operational, financial, and behavioral changes necessary for program recipients. Ensure provided capabilities continue and resources are returned to the organization. Monitoring the performance from a reliability and availability for use perspective. The keyword is reliability and availability for use. Monitoring continued suitability of the deployed benefit of the results. Monitoring continued availability of logistic support. Responding to customer inputs for improvement in performance or functionality. Providing on-demand support for results. Establishing operational support, updating technical information in response to frequent product support queries, planning transition of support from program management to an operational function within the organization, planning retirement and phase out of the product or cessation of support with appropriate guidance to the current customers. Develop a business case and the potential initiation of new projects or programs to respond to operational issues. monitoring any outstanding risk affecting the program benefit. So this is all from the benefits management domain. Any question?
Yes, I have one question in
Yeah.
benefit transition, please.
Yes.
Yeah, here at number 8, readiness, acceptance, and approval by the receiver. I mean, can you elaborate a bit? Readiness, acceptance mean?
Means we have to transition the benefits from the program to the organization thing. So whether they are ready to receive or not means it's linked with the transition plan.
So I mean, it's readiness by the receiver, right?
Yes, from the receiver point of view, readiness,
Okay.
ready acceptance. So receiver is accepting the things. Huh?
Okay, right.
Okay. Now we come to the third domain, program stakeholder engagement. Identifies and analyzes stakeholder needs and manages expectations and communications to foster stakeholder support. Then it can have impact analysis. Impact analysis, aware of stakeholders' impact and level of influence. This is impact analysis. Then we have stakeholder engagement rather than stakeholder management. Beyond the communication aspect, the stakeholder engagement concerns the negotiation of objectives, agreement on desired benefits, commitment to resources, and ongoing support throughout the program. Two-way communication between the program manager and the stakeholders enable the program manager to deliver the benefits for the organization in accordance with the program charter. Who is a program manager? So, and one thing about the stakeholders I have included in this topic. So whatever are the program governance roles are also covered in because this was a duplication. So I've merged all the responsibilities under one head. Okay. So we are talking about the program manager now. The program manager is the champion for the change and understands the motivations of each stakeholder. He sets clear stakeholder engagement goals, assess the governance framework, manages interdependencies between components, report on overall program funding and health, manage, monitor, and track benefit realization. This is all done by the program manager. Then we have program stakeholder identification, in which we get the stakeholder register. What is in stakeholder register? Number one, lists the stakeholders, categorizes their relationship to the program, their ability to influence the program outcome, their degree of support for the program, other characteristics or attributes. Program team uses it for reporting and distributing program deliverables and providing formal and informal communications. It contains politically and legally sensitive information, may have access and review restrictions placed on it by the program manager. So this is not a public document, rather it's a confidential document. So this is the meaning of this. It should be appropriately secured. It is a dynamic document, which means it will keep on updating with the passage of time once more stakeholders are there, are known. Program manager should prepare and update the register as required. Now we talk about the program sponsor. He provides resources and support for the program and is accountable for enabling success. He is a champion for the program, secure funding, enable the delivery of benefits, remove barriers and obstacles to program success, decision-making authority, and he should have leadership skills. Then we have program steering committee. What are the keywords? Provides guidance, endorsements, and approvals through governance practices. It is responsible for defining and implementing appropriate governance practices, provide capable governance resources, oversight, monitoring, and leadership, approve program closure or termination, authority for program decision making be clearly established in the program governance plan. Okay. Then we have project manager. He leads the teams responsible for achieving program objectives. It manages project interactions, oversee project conformance, manage project risk, and escalate critical risk and issues beyond his control and foster stakeholder engagement. Program team members, the individuals performing the program activities. Then we have Program Management Office, PMO. What is the roles? Standardizes the program related governance processes, facilitates sharing of resources, methodologies, tools, and techniques, provide centralized support, facilitates governance practices. Customers use the new capabilities and drive the anticipated benefits. He will influence whether the program is judged or judged to be successful or not. He will influence. The customer is the person who is using your benefit. Suppliers, product or service providers who are often affected by changing policies and procedures. Then we have regulatory agencies, public authority or government agency responsible for setting and managing regulatory and legal boundaries, set mandatory standards or requirements. Then we do program stakeholder analysis. The program manager categorizes stakeholders in order to analyze them. Categorization will highlight differences in their needs, expectations, or influence. Questionnaires and surveys for a greater number of stakeholders. Key information should be gathered through open-ended questions. A prioritized list is developed to focus on who has the most influence, either positive or negative. Then we have power interest grid, group stakeholders based on their level of authority, power, and level of concern, interest regarding project outcomes. So it's a two-dimensional grid. Okay. The overall stakeholder register and the prioritization of stakeholder engagement activities should be regularly reviewed and updated as the work of the program progresses. Then this is an important technique, stakeholder map. Visually represent the interaction of all stakeholders, current and desired support and influence. Assess the impact of a change on the program community. Takes into account their interest, influence, involvement, interdependencies, and support levels. It functions as a tool to help identify the need for interactions with stakeholders. It tells the potential partnerships among stakeholders and the collaboration opportunities that contribute to the success of the program. It reminds teams of which stakeholder needs to be engaged at various times in the program lifecycle. Then we do program stakeholder engagement planning. It outlines how all program stakeholders will be engaged throughout the duration of the program. The following aspects for each stakeholder is considered: organizational culture and acceptance of change, attitudes about the program and its sponsors, relevant phases applicable to stakeholders, specific engagement, expectation of program delivery, program benefit delivery, degree of support or opposition to the program benefits, ability to influence the program outcome. Output of this, we get stakeholder engagement plan. What it contains detailed strategy for effective stakeholder engagement, includes engagement guidelines, provides insight into how the stakeholders are engaged in various components of the program, defines the metrics used to measure the performance of stakeholder engagement activities, include measures of participation in meetings and other communication channels, degree of active or passive support or resistance, strive to measure the effectiveness of the engagement in meeting its intended goal, provides critical information used in the development of program documentation and its ongoing alignment as a known stakeholder change. Then we do program stakeholder engagement. It is a continuous program activity. The stakeholder register map and engagement plan should be referenced and evaluated often and updated as needed. May require facilitated negotiation sessions, To help establish common high-level expectations, program manager provides appropriate information contained in the program charter and program business case. All interactions with the stakeholders are logged, including meeting invitations, attendance, minutes meeting, and action items. Thorough analysis of the participation trends is done. Use of an issue log to document, prioritize, and track issues help the entire program team understand the feedback received from the stakeholders. Impact analysis is used to understand the urgency and the probability of stakeholder issues and determine which issues could turn into the program risks. Program stakeholder communication. Communication is at the heart of program stakeholder engagement. It is a vehicle for information sharing, negotiation, and collaboration among program team members. A strategy is crafted for each stakeholder as defined in the stakeholder register. So this is important. Strategy of communication for each stakeholders in the stakeholder register. Communication requirements such as what information should be communicated, including language, format, content, and level of detail. Questions from curious stakeholders and their answers
Sir,
should be, yes.
sir, what does it mean? A strategy is crafted, like in engagement kind of
Yes,
strategy, or
engagement.
what?
Yes, yes, yes.
Oh, okay, okay.
Questions from curious stakeholders and their answers should be captured and published in a way that allows multiple stakeholders to benefit from the exchange, and decision-making stakeholders should be provided with adequate information to make the right decision at the right time necessary to move the program forward. So this covers your complete stakeholder domain, including governance roles. Any question in this program stakeholder?
No, sir.
Okay. Now the next domain, program governance. It comprises the framework, functions, and processes by which a program is monitored, managed, and supported in order to meet organizational, strategic, and operational goals. When we are seeing the governance from top portfolio to program to project, from top to bottom, we have governance policies and practices, governance oversight and support, governance control, governance integration, and governance decision making. And when we are going from bottom to up, project to program to portfolio, we have performance reports, change requests, escalated issues and risks, benefits, capability delivery, product or service. What is effective program governance? Goals of the program remain aligned with the strategic vision, operational capabilities, and resource commitments of sponsoring organization. Approving, endorsing, and initiating the program and securing funding. Establishing clear, well understood agreements, facilitating the engagement of program stakeholders, communicating and addressing program risks, uncertainties, opportunities, and issues, using review types like phase gate reviews, other decision point reviews, and periodic health checks, assess the viability of the organization's strategic plan, selecting, endorsing, and enabling the pursuit of program components, making decisions to transition between phases, terminate or close the program. A program within a portfolio is likely to be governed within the framework of the portfolio. Okay. Then we have program governance practices, in which we get, first of all, the program governance plan. What is included in this plan, we will see now. It describes the systems and methods to be used to monitor, manage, and support a given program, describes responsibilities of specific roles for ensuring the timely and effective use of those systems. It may be modified as appropriate. It describes the structure and composition of the group of governance participants, defines roles and responsibilities of key stakeholders, defines who will have accountability and authority with respect to key decision-making categories and responsibility boundaries. It contains a schedule of anticipated program-related governance meetings and key milestones, phase gate reviews, health checks, required audits. It serves to influence the program management plan, defining the program's requirements for governance interactions and review, dependencies, assumptions and constraints, benefits, performance metrics and measurement, support services, stakeholder engagement, and governance practices. This is all included in the program governance plan. Governance, which could be at the organizational, portfolio, or program level, establishes the minimum acceptable criteria for a successful program and the methods by which those criteria will be measured, communicated, and endorsed. Escalation processes operate at two levels, within the program or outside the program. Governors may establish program risk threshold for adherence with the program, because program risk threshold tells you which program will go up. So this is coming under the escalation process, and we have escalation policies and to define at which level we are going to address the risk. Program quality governance. It is performed at the component level and is therefore governed at that level. So this is important. Program quality is at the component level. Minimum quality criteria and standards to be applied to all components. Minimum requirements for quality planning, quality assurance, and quality control by the components. Program level QA/QC activities and roles and responsibilities for required program level QA/QC activities. This is all under quality governance. Then we have program change governance. Program steering committee is responsible for defining the types of changes that a program manager would be independently authorized to approve. A record of the proposed change is rational and its outcome is maintained by the program team. Then we have program governance reviews, in which we endorses reviews of programs at key decision points. Key decision points occur at the end of the program phases. Phase gate reviews are reviews at the end of a phase in which a decision is made to continue to the next phase, to continue with modification, or to end a program or program component. Governance endorses decision point reviews and their specific objectives. Fulfillment of criteria for exiting the preceding phase and entering the succeeding phase. And decision point reviews may result in termination of the program. Then we have program periodic health checks. They are held between the decision point reviews, assessing a program's ongoing performance and progress toward the realization and sustainment of benefits. Then we do program component initiation and transition. Program steering committee approval is required prior to the initiation of individual components. Upon initiation of a new component, all program level documentation and records dealing with the components should be updated to reflect any changes to the effective components. Approval is required for the transition and closure of an individual program component by the steering committee. Okay. Program closure. Program steering committee reviews and makes decision on recommendation for the closure of the program. Regardless of the cause of termination, closure procedures should be implemented. The final program report is approved by the governance participant during closure. Program governance roles. In accordance with the program charter, program managers assume responsibility and accountability for effectively managing programs. We have program sponsor, steering committee, PMO, program manager, project manager. This I have already covered in the stakeholder chapter. Okay, so I didn't repeat it here. And whatever are the governance roles, there's also I have included in that. So both chapters regarding this 5 key stakeholders are in that stakeholder. Only operational manager, he is responsible for receiving and integrating the capabilities delivered by other program components for achieving desired organizational benefits. Then we have program governance design and implementation. Governance begins with the identification of governance participants and the establishment of governance practices. Sponsor organization seeks to implement the governance practices that enable the organization to monitor the program support of the organizational strategy. Then we have legislative environment. Interaction is performed by elements of corporate governance on behalf of the program. Decision-making hierarchy. a highly regarded, successful, and experienced program manager, and the team is given greater autonomy and decision-making powers. Alignment with portfolio and organizational governance. The need for alignment with organizations governance is greatest in the program definition stage, as the program governance and the program itself are being formulated. Program delivery. Regular delivery of benefits required constant change in the operations of the organization, and the governance to manage this change is critical throughout the program lifecycle. Contracting. The management of the legal agreements requires a different governance focus. Risk of failure. The greater the perceived risk of program failure, the greater the likelihood the governance team will monitor progress and success more diligently. Strategic importance. High value programs critical to the success of the organization require senior participants of the governance team. Program funding structure. When funding is secured from outside the delivery organization, better governance skills are needed. Once program governance is designed and implemented, exercise mechanism to assess its effectiveness and to continually improve and optimize it. With the passage of program, we have to optimize and improve it. So this covers your governance domain completely with keywords. Any question in this?
Yes, please go to governance review. Yeah, yes.
No, sorry. Knowledge governance rules, health checks. Yeah, governance review. No.
Yes, right. Yes. Here I remember key decision points and phase gate reviews were same. Is there difference?
No, it's the same point. So I just focused it here because key decision points and phase gate reviews. In phase gate reviews, actually we make the decisions. We make the key decisions. Okay.
Yes.
So it's the same thing whether we say key decision points or phase gate review. This is a moment where we define whether we have to go, we make the decisions and we go into the next phase or not.
Okay, right. Actually, I got confused because
No,
it was
this is same.
separately.
No, because
Oh,
I have not missed any word because he can ask you anything in that. So whether he asks key decision points or phase gate review.
okay, right.
Any other question or query from anyone in program governance? Okay. So the last domain, program lifecycle management. So I have included chapter number 1, chapter number 2, chapter number 7. These 3 chapters are covered in this lifecycle management. Okay. Cover chapter 1, chapter 2, and chapter number 7. And also partly chapter number 8. So the program would not be completed until all of the projects and subsidiary programs have delivered their intended program benefits. There are 5 interrelated and interdependent 5 program management performance domains. The interactions between the program and project management functions tend to be iterative and cyclic. Business value is the sum of all tangible and intangible elements of a business. Portfolio management optimizes the pursuit of business value. Programs introduce change throughout their duration. The portfolio and program distinction are relatedness and time, that all the components of the program are related with each other or interrelated and they are time bound. And program and project distinctions are we see through uncertainty, managing change and complexity. Program manager competencies: number 1, communication skills, stakeholder engagement skills, change management skills, leadership skills, analytical skills, and integration skills. The program lifecycle: the activities executed within the program lifecycle are dependent on the specific type of program and typically begins before funding is approved or when the program manager is assigned. During program delivery, components are authorized, planned, and executed, and benefits are delivered. And in the third program closure phase, program closure is then approved by the program steering committee when desired benefits or program objectives have been realized. Program definition phase: As part of it, the program business case, program charter, and program roadmap are formulated. Once approved, the program management plan is prepared. It has two overlapping surfaces, which is program formulation and program planning. The program manager is selected and assigned during the program formulation. So program formulation surface, what we do in this surface, number one, development of business case, assignment of program sponsor to oversee and govern the program, initiate studies and assessment and initiate studies and estimates of scope, resources and cost, develop an initial risk assessment, develop program charter and roadmap. Approval of the charter formally authorizes the commencement of the program. If the program is not authorized, this information should be recorded and captured in a lessons learned repository. Then we have program planning surface. It commences upon formal approval of the program charter by the program steering committee. And it gives us program management plan. What is it? It integrates the program subsidiary plans and establishes the management controls and overall plan for integrating and managing the program's individual components. It is developed based on the organization's strategic plan, business case, program charter, roadmap, and any other output from the program formulation phase. Okay. Program delivery phase begins after the program management plan is reviewed and formally approved. Development of this plan is an iterative activity. It will be kept on updating. Then in the program delivery phase, each program component progress through the three program delivery surfaces. Program delivery ends when the program governance determines that the specific criteria for this phase have been satisfied or a decision is made to terminate the program. So these are the three surfaces of the delivery phase. Number one, component authorization and planning. It involves the initiation of components based on the organization's specified criteria and individual business cases developed for each component. Component planning includes the activities needed to integrate the component into the program to position each component for successful execution. The appropriate information from each component plan is integrated into the associated program management plan. Second surface is component oversight and integration. It has each component team executes its associated plans and program integrative work. Program manager may initiate a new component to consolidate the integration effects of multiple components. Then the third surface is program transition and closure. Number one, component transition addresses the need for ongoing activities from a program component to an operational support function. Final status is reviewed with the program sponsors and steering committee before authorizing formal program closure. So this is end of program delivery phase. Then we have next program closure phase, includes program activities necessary to transition program benefits to sustaining organization and formally close the program in a controlled manner. Once the transitioning activities are completed, the program manager receives approval from the sponsoring organization to formally close the program. So before closure, we need to get the approval. Program activities and integration management. It is concerned with collectively utilizing the resources, knowledge, and skills available to effectively deploy multiple components throughout the program lifecycle. These are more cyclical and iterative in nature, as adjustments may be required based on the actual outcomes and benefits produced to realign the program with the strategic priorities. What is program activities? All work performed in a program for the purpose of overall program management is known as program activities. These are interdependent and complementary. Risk control is performed at both the component level and the program level. Component level activities are handled by the project manager. So whatever is done at the component level is by the project manager. Then we have program integration management. It includes program integration management. It includes the activities needed to identify, define, combine, unify, and coordinate multiple components in the program. In this, we have program infrastructure development. It is performed to investigate, assess, and plan the support structure that will assist the program in achieving its goals. It is initiated in the program definition phase and may be repeated again at any time during the program lifecycle. It establishes both the management and technical resources of the program and its components. Program management core team is designated as part of establishing the program infrastructure. PMO, Program Management Office, is a core part of program infrastructure. Program Management Information System is a key element of infrastructure. Majority of resources and program costs are managed at the component level instead of the program level. Then what is Program Management Information System? It consists of tools used to collect, integrate, and communicate information critical to the effective management of one or more organizational programs. Then we have programs delivery management. It includes the management, oversight, integration, and optimization of program components that will deliver the capabilities and benefits required for the organization to realize the value. Management of interdependencies. Change requests that fall within the program manager's authority level will be approved or rejected. As the components reach the end of their respective life cycles or as planned program level milestones are achieved, the program manager collaborates with the customer or sponsor to present a request to close or transition the component. The process of component transition includes making updates to the program roadmap. These updates reflect both go, no-go decisions and approved change requests. Then we have program performance monitoring and controlling. It is continuous monitoring gives the program management team insight into the current health of the program and identifies the areas that require special attention. Typical outputs of this ongoing activity include program performance reports and forecasts. What is program performance report? It includes a summary of the progress of all program components, describes whether the program's goal will be met, provides current status information about what work has been accomplished, what work remains to be completed, earned value and risk and issues and changes under consideration. What is forecast? It enables the program manager and other stakeholders to assess the likelihood of achieving planned outcomes and to provide predictions of the program's future state based on the current information and knowledge available. Then we have the program closeout. A program is either closed because the program charter is fulfilled or internal external conditions arise that bring the program to an early end. Successful completion of the program is judged against the approved business case, actual program outcomes, and the current goals and strategic objectives of the organization. All components should be completed or cancelled, and all contracts should be formally closed before the program itself is closed. Upon program completion, knowledge transfer is performed. Knowledge transfer also supplements benefit sustainment by providing the new supporting organization with any relevant documentation, training, or material. Program resources are released as the program is being closed. Reallocation or reassignment of team members and funding to other initiatives or programs. This is the part of program closure activity in which we transit the resources. We have a final program report at the end of the program. What it contains? Number one, financial and performance assessments, lessons learned, successes and failures, identified areas for improvement, risk management outcomes, unforeseen risks, customer sign-off, reason for program closeout, history of all baselines, archive plan for the program documentation. This is the program final report. and this covers your complete course of PGMP. And in the program activities, we only have the activities in the definition phase, which is formulation subphase, planning subphase, delivery phase, and the closure phase. But summary is here. Okay, so the in details we can discuss later on. But this covers your complete PGMP overview. Any question on this?
Yes, one question, please. This project management core team, it can be steering committee or governance board,
No,
or
core
it is a
no, no,
separate entity?
core team is separate entity. Core
Okay,
team,
right.
it can include your team members, whatever are working with you. It
Okay,
depends on
right.
what we are saying, but don't consider team program team as your steering committee or any other stakeholder.
Okay, right.
Is it clear to everyone, the keywords? Guldar sir, you are already fully prepared, mashallah. Is it okay?
Yes, it's very beautiful combination of keywords, and really, I feel it's very useful if you share with us. Especially for me, I will go through it tomorrow,
Okay.
3 to 4, inshallah.
Okay, good. Manmohan, is it okay? I'm not here. Okay, so
No, I'm here. No, perfectly fine. It's just taking some time to unmute myself. So, but yes,
Okay.
everything is
okay, good. So thank you very much for attending the call, and we see you next time.
Thank you.